Hi everybody, it's Sunday now. I'm feeling a lot better, I'm pleased to say. It's been a nightmare the past 2 weeks, not being able to get out and get down to the garden as much as that with the weather as well. It's been a right pain, but on the mend, pleased to say. So just come down because my gran's rang us to tell us that all of the allotments have been broken into. So I've come down to check on mine and my two gardens, and also to see if there's anything being taken. The doors from my greenhouse and the doors for my shed have been left open. Nothing's been taken, so I don't know what they're playing at, but I've taken precautions, and anything with, there's nothing here, there's nothing here, but anything that they could see as perform a value, like spades out like that, I've locked away into a secure hut. So, and I've also got things marked and everything. There's no point in here because you'll hurt yourself, simple as that. So that's a warning. Anybody watching, anybody want to try and break my garden, you'll get hurt. Simple as that. But anyhow, I'll have a quick look around the garden, see what's what. I'm going to take some dinner away. I'm not really dressed for any allotment activities, and it's pouring down the rain again, so I'll not be getting much done here at all. These onions that I got for free, they come along canny. They need to go out, so I'm going to pop them outside to weather off, so that when I come back tomorrow. Right, it's not even that. Not even got a chance to weather off. They're going straight in the ground tomorrow when I get it, if it's not raining. Everything else in here is coming along alright. I mean, things are starting to die back now. The sweet peas have not been touched. Still got a bit of a problem with the mouse, but doesn't look like there's that many because there's still mouse bait here. Been sitting on top of these gloves, sitting eating away at that mouse bait. So, and these trays at the top, as you can see, we're starting to get some sweet peas coming through now, which is fantastic. There's no more damage being done. Once they get through, that's that. They'll not be taking them once they're through. Chuck that in the bottom there. So yeah, nothing. I have noticed the dwarf hyacinth, the flowers that Leslie put in, have all started to germinate at the back there. So, and these cauliflower all year rounds are starting to come right up as well. I've got some giants at home, which I'll tell you about when I get back home. They've started coming through, which is a good sign. I'm just looking at the minute for any form of boitless, like I mentioned the other day. See if there's anything knocking around for that, which there's not at the moment, which is good. I've got some sweet millions there, which are sweet williams, which need to go outside as well. But let's have a look around the garden and see what there's what's happening. So the cauliflowers, they're pretty much bolting now. They're going to be chopped down tomorrow. The ones, the Romanesco at the back, I'm going to take a couple of these for dinner today. The rest I'll chop, I'll take up, I'll get sorted and put them and freeze them. I've got some, there's a few of these, which have been pulled up by the birds. There's one there and there was another one somewhere else as well, but I can't find it. I'll have to have a look. But yep, they're looking alright. Onions sorted. I can see some footprints there from the people who've climbed over things. So yeah, thanks very much for standing on me me garlic. Gits. So I don't know where they've been trying to get over. There's nothing back there, nothing in the garden for them to take. But yep, got some elephant garlics coming through. I need to sort this end out here. Into the middle greenhouse. This will all be getting emptied out as well. All the peppers and the chillies will be taken off the plant. So that'll be them there. I've got this bed to sort out once I lift this over. Put the onions in there. I've got more field beans to go into this bed here, and the rest of the beds which I'm not using over the winter, which will be getting done for green manure. I've got the dahlias to pull out, just cut back and pull out the mother plants, dig them up, and that's sorted out as well. Then in the top greenhouse, I've done that end, as you already seen, and I've got this end to do with all the spent compost that's in the buckets. So still plenty to be getting on with, but it's going to have to be done. To see what I can get done tomorrow. So I've got all them buckets to sort out tomorrow. I've already got the bottom end sorted out, so we'll see what happens tomorrow. Other than that, there's nothing else happening. Nothing's been sorted next door. And like I say, this section here is just going to be left, and I'm going to get it sorted out for the structure to go up, the leak house, which is still sitting there, so I'll get moved out and sorted out in any case. So I'll take this home now, and I'll show you what's happening with the giant cabbage, and that'll be it for the day. Well, back at home now. Back garden is looking a lot clearer, sorted a lot better anyways. Not tidier since Leslie's been in and she dug all the dahlias out. So all the dahlias have been dug out. I've got these artichokes, not the artichokes, I've got these off Neil. Touch the frost on the side now, so I'll chop these down. Yes, they are the Jerusalem artichokes. Chop them off and I'll dig them out and see what they're like. See, well, I've never had them before, so moving on. Of course, second bed's all sorted out now as well. I've got Jeff's strawberries just sitting here at the minute because they need to go into baskets, which I've got baskets down here. These nice big baskets here, which I'm going to put them into, so we've got them to do. Just got that top section covered up. I've put the dahlia cuttings and everything on there, the tops with the dahlias. I'm just going to leave that to rot down. This section Leslie's just dug over as well. And that's where the leaks were. We've gone as leaks, so she'll pull all them out. She's also put the bedding plants in here, little bedding plants that I got on the pots. I've got some antirrhinium, snapdragon, still flowering in the corner there, as you can see. And these things here are the mini mums, the chrysanthemums, the mums I took for cuttings. Now if I look back on the older videos, I can see that unfortunately I've only been able to save the pink and the orange. Same with this side as well. So if I can spin you over, it's got stuff in the middle which needs to be sorted out, and from here you can see you've got the bronze and the yellow, the pink ones. And I actually had a few of these pink ones from the allotment which got mixed here. So it's just got all them tidied up. We've got some stuff pulled up. We've got the spring bulbs and everything still in these pots. As you can see, the crocus are starting to come through at the top there. We need pushing down a bit further. At the back here, we've got just put alliums and all sorts in the back of here. And this is one of the baskets that I've made up with viola, the winter beddings. So I've got one there, and I've got one over there as well. Grapevine's died off. I've taken the fruit off the grapevine, and that's still there. That'll keep on growing across the back of this fence till it gets to the back there. So let's see how things go with that. Into the greenhouse. Busy in here. Leslie's going to put these tulips in. So I've got tulips and I've got other tulips and things in there as well, ready to go into pots. The intermediate leeks that I got for a friend of mine, they're doing alright, just sitting outside. They're ready to be potted on, to be honest, but they've got a touch of virus on them as well. But nothing to worry about because the virus grows out of them. I am looking at more lights and more space and things at the minute. I've got my sweet peas in here as well, in these trays, and from the windsill trays. Got one there, and I've got one here as well. So if we go underneath the bench, you can see that's where the geraniums, pelargoniums are at the moment. That's where they're getting stored, on one side, and on the other side I've got some gladiolas. You can't really see in there in any case. So coming into the grow room itself, I've got leeks and leeks. On the top section here I've got the ellies, the first lot of ellies that I've potted up. We'll see what these are looking like underneath at the minute. I potted these up on the 20th of the 11th, so it was well over a week ago. No sign of root on the bottom. I can see that there is a bit of rust on there. I've seen a bit of rust on this one, which I think it's rust. I need to get a hold of it. I'll get it before I carry on. Coming down at the grow room itself, I've got everything's pretty much filled up. I've got these are the leeks I got off Chris Lang. I'm trying to squeeze everything in here. I've got some more of the ellies potted up here, sitting on the outside. as we can see, the back here, these are the last of the ellies I'm going to just leave in here, and I'm going to pot them up a bit later on. We've got some more ellies there as well. In here we've got some onions, I think they're onions, or the Cornish giants. So no, these are the second sowing of Cornish giants what I've put in. Put 5 in there, and they're the first 2 out of 4 that came up. So I put 4 in, they're the only 2 come up, so that's the update with the Cornish giants. Cabbage, I've got 2 so far. Now I don't want too many because it can take over, so I'll put another sown in another 3 weeks time or 4 weeks time, and then that should be me sorting for the giants cabbage. You can see here, second sowing of Bradley onion, Michael Bradley's onion. Exhibition ones are coming up there, little sections there. I'm trying to squeeze everything on this propagator because I'm still currently waiting until I get some funds sorted out so I can get the heat mat or heat cables put in here. Yorkshire Giants have been potted on, as you've already seen. They're looking a bit all over the place at the minute, but that's just because of where I've got them in here at the second. If we go at the back, you can see that the temperature has not dropped below 11 Celsius. So I've had this room above 10 degrees at all times. Coming back here, I've got more onions. I'll just move that out of the way. I've got the first section, the first lot of onions. Bradley's onions and Dave's as well. I've got 3 Dave's onions that he kept. More ellies down the side here. And at the back there, I'm trying to get in here. So at the back, I've got Betty Blacks. There's 12 there, so the first 3 you can see. I've Betty Black Leeks all the way at the back. Then I've got Cumbrian here. So the Cumbrian are these ones here. 3 pots in front and 4 back. As you can see, they've got a slight touch of virus on them, but Cumbrians do have that and they do grow out of them. But these are coming along canny. So still, there's lots and lots of happening and going on in here. I've also got my granddad's leek as well from the seed that I got. So they're all coming up nicely there as well. They'll just be putting in the garden for eating because there's nothing special coming to them. I don't believe, but we'll see what happens with them in any case. So that's what's happening in the grow room at the moment. That's what's happening in the greenhouse. As you can see, I'm full up in the grow room that I've got here. I need some more space. So that's another thing I need to get done because I've got more leeks coming, more onions coming. But that's something I'm going to have to pull my finger out and get sorted out. So that was an update from the back garden. And I'll catch you tomorrow and we'll see what I can get done down at the allotment. So like I say, I want to get the middle greenhouse cut and emptied. I'll show you how I'm going to store the chillies. That'll be ripening on the plant itself once I snip the tops off. I've never done that before, but we'll see how things go with it. I'm getting that whole middle greenhouse ready to go for the leeks to go down, because that's where they're going to be. Some of the ones that I'll not be putting under light will be going down there, and I'll have the heater down to warm things through. Keep that middle greenhouse warm, and so yeah, I've got the bottom greenhouse to sort out as well, so we'll see what I can get done as well as them dahlias as well. So I'll catch you tomorrow. Hey everybody, it's Monday, time to get cracking on. Got loads to do. I'm going to start off by sorting these gladiola out, setting them right back, tidying this section up here, and I'm going to move on to the middle greenhouse. So I'm just going to lower these down and we'll do a bit of quick speed and get this sorted out. So that's the pot dahlias moved. I've trimmed the tops off and I've put them inside. They're going to be going into the shed over the winter. I'm going to get the mini chrysanthemums, the bush variety. I'm going to chop them right back, and I'm going to do exactly the same treatment with them as well, and get this section tidied up basically. Well, it might not look like much now, but the spring bulbs are already in there from the past 2 years. I've got the buckets here which I'm just going to place around the side, and by the time I get new bark to go over the top as a mulch, it'll be absolutely fine. And then I'm just waiting for the spring bulbs to come through. So I'm going to put the rest of these tubs I've got down here full of spring bulbs. I'll clean the tops off and I'll just place them across the base here, so I've got a nice things ready to go for the spring. Then I can get moved on to the middle greenhouse. So that's them sorted out. I'm going to pull the buckets out of here, and then I'm going to empty these pots out because I'm going to need them for long. So what's next is I've got these 3 Joe's Long chilli. I'm going to leave them on there because I want them to ripen off, because I want to keep the seed. I've kept some seed, but I'll give it to Jeff. I've got one here, and I'm going to sort out for the seed as well, and I've also got some at home as well which are dried off. So I want to make sure I've got some viable seed for next year, because I want to be growing a few of these, because these were great. They're cracking chilies, these. I'll see if they're viable, if I'll do an early germination test in a couple of weeks time, and I might get something to give away, or I might put a little competition on or something like that. I'll see what happens. But in the meantime, I'm going to sort out these buckets, sort out these air pots, get this room sorted out, tidied up, get the bottom section tidied up as well, then get the bubble wrap on in preparation for the leeks and onions coming in here. So lots to do, little time to do it. So I'll catch you in a bit. Okay, so got 3 full bags of used compost which will be getting used for the dahlias when I put the dahlias back in for cuttings. And in the greenhouse now, a lot more tidier. I've got the heater in, the heater's bolted down to the floor, then to the ground. That's set ready to go. Let's say I'm just leaving these chilies on here just to wait for them to ripen off so I can get some seed from them for next year. And that's the floor sorted out, and the bench sorted out there as well. So the only thing that needs to be done in here is the bubble wrap around the sides, and then I can start bringing leeks down. And that's sorted out. So middle greenhouse has been done. It's taken a lot longer than what I thought it was going to do. So the next task I'm going to get on with is chopping them dahlias back and getting them lifted up. So for time, that's that sorted out. I'm just going to leave them in the ground. Just cut them back now. So that's one side done, and that's the other side done. Now you've seen us dig up one of the dahlias. That was because the top was started rotting off. So it was my favourite dahlia as well, the duet, the nice big one. It was big wood anyways. So I've pulled that out, and I've got that sitting drying off in the greenhouse now. So I'm going to see what time it is, and then see if I can get on with anything else. So just a couple of things here before I show you the chilies. What I've done is the apples that were on the floor, I've put some on some hooks there. Just put them on top of the trees for the birds to eat, and as you can see on that one there, they've already started. So we'll give them something to eat as well during the cold spell. So always look after the wildlife, because they look after you at the end of the day. Birds are good for pollination and stuff like that as well. So what I'm busy doing at the moment is I have got chillies that what I've done for you up here, you can't see because the sun, I'm afraid. These patio sizzle. I've never done this before. I've cut the plant off at the base. So at the base I've cut the plant off, and all I'm doing is hanging them up in a well ventilated area and let them dry out and let them ripen off. So that's what I've got, the habanero. So I've got the habanero here, and I've got the patio sizzle here. So that's them two. So that's one way I'm going to do it. You can freeze chilies, but I'm drying them out 2 different ways. So that's the first way, and the second way I'm going to hang them up is I've got me de cayenne and also the jalapeno. So these are jalapeno. I'm going to mix these together. I'm going to thread them. So basically I'm going to put a needle through the top there, and just string them up. But I'll show you that when I get a chance. I might do it when I get home if I get time. I'll show you once I get back up home. But that's all I'm doing at the moment, taking the chillies off, and I'm going to string them up. I've got Daisy in here as well, just sitting enjoying the warmth of the greenhouse. I've also taken Joe's long chilli, like I mentioned before, because I'd actually given all of mine, the one that I saved, to Jeff. So, yep, well, and that's the outcome of all the peppers, which I'll be taking home as well. So, I've got some nice big ones here. These are the California Wonder. Like I say, they're not fully ripened off. If you remember correctly, I started these a bit later. So, I'll need this. So I'm going to start them in January. I'm going to start them when they say on the packet this year, to see if there's any difference, because these could have done with a couple of more weeks to ripen off. But that's what the plan is for that. So I'm going to get cracked on with these. So back again, back at home now, been for my haircut and a shave, all ready to go for the next week. I've stolen the wife's sewing kit so I can get the needle and thread sorted for the chillies. So I'll show you what I found out online and what I'm going to do with my chillies now. Okay, so I've got my chillies here. These are the jalapeno. So I'm going to start off with my pin, and I'm just going to get the first one set away. So I'm going to start with a green one, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it through the top, not through the top of the chilli, through the top of the stem section there. So you can see that. So in the stem section, you push it right through, and take it down, and it should be about that far, should be do fine. So I'm going to snip the bottom there, and I'm going to tie a knot in the bottom. So we'll just make sure that the knot in the bottom is going to be nice and tight. Now this is just normal thread because it's all I've got, so whether or not it'll hold is a different matter. Very delicate, very tricky. I will be cutting my nails after I've done this. So we've got our thread, we've got our first chilli on there. So that's that sorted. So the next step to do is just to go along exactly the same through the tops, straight through so it hits the bottom. Next one, thread. Next one, and I'm just going to keep going. I find the greenest ones, and then the ones that start to change colour, I'll start putting them through. Put that on that side. So it's coming along there, canny. Next one. Keep them on all the different sides. So I'm just going to keep on doing this until I get a nice bunched together, so I'm just going to put you on the quick speed now. So that's the last one I'm putting on there, and all I'm doing is I'm going through a couple of times and I'm going to tie a knot in the top, just as I would if I was sewing normally. So I've got a little loop, put my sewing needle through there. Once again, I'll keep going until I've got no more room left, so I don't get it caught, that is. There we go. So pull it through, and that's that sorted. Just put one more for good luck, and these should be able to hang. No problem. So let's see what we've got. And there we go. My first ever string of chillies in ascending colour order. Well, that's me sorted out. That's them done. I've got one more thing to do, but first of all, I'm going to go and hang these up first. So before I go, I'm going to leave you with this. So last week I was tagged on a few separate occasions, at least 3 that I know of, and the people who have tagged me were Blue Star Dave, aka Dave from Dave's Allotment. I've also been tagged by Nick from Nick's Allotment, that's N-I-C-S, Nick, and also from Sam from Sam's Allotment Diary 2018. Now, I've been tagged because there's normally one of these comes around once a year, and this time around it was from the channel Roots and Refuge, who I believe are across the pond, and they have hit 40,000 subscribers, so well done for you guys. What the challenge they've set is, for that, is to nominate your favourite video from the ones that you've done, and tag 3 other people in that video as well. So for my favourite video, I'll probably end up going to when I did my polytunnel, finished it off with my granda. It was pretty much the first. I was playing around with new things with my phone and my camera and things like that, and I managed to get some new styles and some new stuff to do, and I think it looked really good. Also, not just that, my granddad was in it as well, and he come along and had a good laugh as well. And we managed to get one of the big jobs done. My first, well, you can see my big job, the second biggest thing I've done on the allotment yet, and that's to get the polytunnel finally erected and finished off with the sheeting, which now we all know I've had to pull off because of the winds and the damage and things like that. So that will be going back on. We're just a few mistakes just need to learn from, which we'll get that sorted out over the coming months, as well as get that leak house built and things. But that is my favourite video, and I'll put it down into the comments as well. It is a pretty long video, if our memory serves as well. But to be quite honest, I enjoy doing all my videos. All the videos that I do, I enjoy going through them. I enjoy watching them back, seeing what I've done from the previous year. With us now doing this for over a year, I can now look on things from last year, see where I was at, and see and compare them from where I am now. Some places I'm in front, some places I'm not, but I'm definitely improved. So my nominations to carry on this challenge are as follows. So my first nomination is the one and only Jeff Foreman. So if you search for Jeff Foreman on the plot on YouTube, you'll find his channel. I'll also put links to all the channels below as well in the description. Jeff's been an absolutely fantastic help, even over the past 12 months as well, with him having his accident and things like that. If you haven't seen his allotment, have a look at my last video where I went last week and had a tour around his garden. It's been a year in the making, and I thoroughly enjoyed myself, and so did little Elizabeth as well, and we came away with some strawberries, which are Elizabeth's favourite. And he's the man for strawberries as well as a lot of things. So go over and check out his channel as well, and you've been tagged, Jeff. The next person I'm going to tag on here as well is Peter's Back Garden. Now, once again, I had the pleasure of meeting Peter down at Malvern. It just goes to show you don't need a massive allotment to do any form of growing whatsoever. He does a majority of his things, if not all his stuff, in his back garden as well, which is it's fantastic and gets everybody else involved as well. And the last person that I'm going to nominate is Geordie Giant Veg. So Gary at Geordie Giant Veg, another lad who's local as well, who's been a great help, him and Mark as well, the two of them are like ant and deck. Took us down to Harrogate as well, that's who I went down with. Been absolutely, like you say, he's got a cracking little shop as well around my way. When I say my way, it's not my way, it's about 20 minutes away, but still a cracking little hydroponic shop. Anything you need in there, it's even worth just going down to have a chat with him as well. It's fantastic. He's got a cracking little seed swap board in the shop as well, so you take your seeds down and you can swap them and you can take what you like. Sometimes there's some giant veg stuff on there as well, and he's having a good go at the shows and stuff next year as well. He's been doing shows for a little while now as well. So yeah, head over and have a look at Geordie Giant Veg's YouTube channel as well. So there's my 3 tags for this. Like I said, I'll put a link for their channels in the descriptions below. I also like to do a couple of special mentions as well. Now, this isn't to do with the tagging. It's just over the past few weeks when I've been ill, I've been looking at new channels and things like that, and just catching up on all the guys' videos from the past few weeks to past few months, in case I've missed any, because I do like to catch up and comment as much as possible as well on theirs. So the first mention is for Sam's Allotment Diary 2018. Now, like I mentioned before, he's tagged me in that challenge as well. Now, Sam's just started not long ago doing his YouTube channel. His allotment, he's just taken over. It's so tidy. It's precision as well. It's fantastic. It's nice and clean, nice and sorted. He's getting himself all sorted. He's got a lot of knowledge as well. He has been doing it a while, just like myself. But he's eager and he's keen, and just like me, I love seeing that. And so do a lot of other people as well. So thanks very much for tagging, and thanks very much for joining us on my site as well, Sam. Good luck in the future. The next one is a channel I came across by total accident, and it turns out he only lives down the road, so he's only down the road from me, and that's Tony C. Smith. His channel, he's mad as he thought I was crackers. It's such a great laugh. It's just a whole mixture of different things. I'm still going through a lot of his videos at the minute, from his back catalogue. Even just the small stuff he puts on, it does enough make us laugh and make us giggle. So thanks very much, Tony, for that, and very much for putting those videos on. And I'm pleased to see another Northeast lad on here as well, sharing their experience. And the last person that I'm going to give a shout out for, and a special thanks as well, is Tony, also another Tony at Guru Mufinda. So that, like I say, I'll put a description and the link to the channels below. Now, Tony puts a fair few videos on, short ones, long ones. He gets the kids involved, just like myself as well. Not just him, he gets his pals on the gardens to help him out as well. He's done a cracking little polytunnel with opening windows, automatic opening windows and stuff like that. All sorts of stuff going on. So head over there as well and see what you think. So as of from me this week, that is me all sorted and done. Not a lot going to be done going forward over the next few days, as I am currently going to be away. But I'll be back through the week and see what I can get done for video wise. I might do see if I can take a few clips of down in London where I'm going. So see what happens. But as of me this week, sorry that it's been a late video. I should have put it on last night, but I didn't get a chance to do anything yesterday. As you've seen anyways, the stuff that I got done wasn't enough to cover the entire video. So I shall see you next week. Thanks very much for watching, and thanks for subscribing and commenting and everything like that as well. So see you next week. Happy gardening.